Right, I'm on a roll now, so I'm going to post up a load of bol-lox part 2. So, if you saw part 1, this is the brushes out of my grinder. My grinder just died for no reason. Well, there obviously was a reason, but I didn't know what it was. Anyway, I took the brushes out, and I found on this brush here was a funny little spring poking out the end of it, and the spring had like a black button inside, which I'll show you in a minute. And the grinder died. And then a couple of days later, or maybe a week later, the other grinder did exactly the same thing. And when I took that one apart to try, and I thought, oh, I'll have the brushes out of one of them to get the other one going. I took the brushes out of that bad boy, and there was a pin also popped out of that one. So me being me, which is like me, I had to try and find a reason for it. I couldn't find it on the internet web. So I've got to here. In the last video, I broke up this brush here, which didn't have the button poking out yet. As you can see from that little channel there, look, that's where the pin was hiding up inside, and it's not quite broke through. Well, the only thing I can guess, I mean, someone's going to know the answer, but I couldn't find it. The way I work shit out is I try and think about what was going on. So I've stretched that spring out. And as you can almost see, because this is a phone camera, so that's about the best focus you're going to get, there's like a pin in the end there. Right, I suppose I ought to really try and get that pin out and see if it's conductive, but the only theory I can really put on this now is when that brush wire's down low enough for that pin to pop out, that spring lifts the brush back away from the armature and kills the grinder. That's the only thing I can think of. But the other thing that hasn't been answered is, what is this brown powder that was like a solid little lump above the spring and underneath the little copper plug that was holding it all in? There's the copper plug up there, look, from the other one. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Is that little well, I don't know what that is, because I'm not going to bother looking, because I've just ordered some new brushes. But it's curiosity, isn't it? The only way you get to be brighter than the non-bright people is to question stuff and pull it apart. So I suppose really that's today's update on bol-lox, and I'm just about to vent my spleen and go and find something better to do. Oops. I think I visit to the loo now.